from the north side of Chicago, Wrigley Field. We've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs.
And now, please welcome your
first pitch coming your way next.
Chicago Cubs.
So almost ready to get underway. And the pitcher for this one, Matthew Boyd. What do you have on him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
And it remains 2-2.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit. You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1-2 to count.
Now fly ball to right center. Crow Armstrong moves after it. Makes the grab. And there's 2 away. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup must be licking their chops with a lefty on the mound.
Now, to me, Boog, it shows the manager's trying to set these players up to have a big game. Facing an opposite-handed pitcher, you only get a fraction of a second longer to see the ball and decide to swing, but that can be the difference between a line drive and a swinging strike.
That one down the line, and foul ball. And that is downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, base is empty. And he chases that one. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nobody left for Milwaukee, and now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and today's starter, Aaron Civale.
Boog, you don't always know what to expect with this guy on the mound. There are times he's really good, but that's not always the case. For me, I want to see how aggressive he's going to be out there. We'll see it right away if he's pitching with confidence, and if he is, he should be just fine.
Next offering in there for a strike. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. Fights it off. He'll see another. Lined, and that's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. And that one's gone into the bleachers. He'll take a trot around the bases. It's 2-0.
He put a good swing on it, but the box score might want to credit the win for that home run. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Seiya Suzuki. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Michael.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Michael Busch. Runner takes off. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. And that one missing low.
So here we go. Base runner at first. Could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. At the belt and fires. That one ripped. This one looks like trouble. Coming home. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. It's 3-zip.
Nice at bat right there. Not just the result, but also seeing a lot of pitches. Made him really work out there on the mound. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. And now it's Dansby Swanson. Next offering is in for a strike. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Up with it, fires to first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Well, it's a good job of completing the strikeout at first base, but the one downside is it did allow that runner from second to move up to third, and that's with one out. They've got more ways now to get him home, and that makes it another strikeout situation coming up.
So here's Horner now. Just missed. And blasts one deep to left center. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. That one felt good. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a pair. It's 5-zip.
He got his front foot down. He was strong on his backside, and when his bat went through the zone, there's no question that ball was going to travel out of the ballpark. But that's, if you were putting the tape together, positive to watch, that's it right there. Just a perfect swing.
So one out, nobody on. And next for the Cubs, Pete Crow Armstrong. That one not close. 2-2.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
One out, bases empty. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Contreras collects, fires to first, out on the drop third strike, 2 gone.
Well, that's pretty much the dream two-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Now it's going to be Carson Kelly. Ripped to short. Fires over to Hoskins. Inning over, although plenty of damage done. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working, and the lead is now 5-0. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Wrigley Field, new inning getting started. Now at the plate, Rhys Hoskins. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
I'm sure he likes the 5-0 lead and the run support, but he's sat around a lot since warming up in the pen, and you'd hate to see a guy not have his rhythm to go out there and have a great start.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's back. Gone. And they cut into the deficit. It's 5-1.
Well, there goes the shutout. Just like that. They're still behind, but this is a start. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Jackson Chourio up now for the Brewers. Here's a 1-1. In the air, right side. That one gets down for a hit.
Batting 6, the designated hitter, Jake.
Man at first,
Bowers.
nobody out. Now here's Jake Bowers. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Chourio gets his lead at first with nobody out. Gets a piece and stays alive. That's hard hit on the line. Hat pulls that one down. One away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's
Batting
about the
seven,
process.
the
He
center
did everything
fielder,
right there. Nothing to show
Cameron.
for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Daz Cameron at the plate. And ball four, two aboard.
Take your base.
Batting 8, the third baseman.
First and
Andrew
second, one out.
Monasterio.
Andrew Monasterio up now for the Brewers. That one ripped right center field. And this one looks like trouble. Coming home. He'll score. 2 runs are in.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies.
Batting
Anytime you can drive
the
a ball
shortstop.
into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
Next for Milwaukee, Joseph Ortiz. The 1-1. Line drive. Come on.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still
batter
drive you
number 2,
absolutely
second
crazy.
Bryce Terang.
This is Bryce Terang. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
On the ground at first. The flip to the pitcher covering. They limit the damage here. But 3 score in the inning. 2 of them on this 2-run double. It's now a 5-3 ball. Back here at the friendly
Leading off
confines.
for the Cubs,
Here's the rookie third
third
baseman,
baseman,
Matt
Matt
Shaw.
Shaw.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
When you
3-1.
played, did you play with guys that you thought were clutch, and sort of what were the attributes you said that's what he possesses that allows him to come through?
Well, we always used to joke, you know, guys want to eat steak, and there were some that just had a knack, could understand that, all right, this is a big, you know, payout if I can come through with a knock here. But I think when you really look at the numbers, you really audit everything, guys kind of are who they are.
Now batting, the left fielder, Ian Happ.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. And up next for Chicago, Ian Happ.
Two and one.
Remember Mark Kotze was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Movement in the bullpen. Aaron Ashby, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Mears, the right-hander, also getting loose. That one's in there. It's 2-2.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotze into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game.
Now batting. Right
So here's
fielder,
Kyle Tucker now.
Not only can he hit the cover off the ball, he's got a great eye as well.
Ground ball left side. That's a base hit. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. On to the third inning. Up now for Milwaukee, Sal Frelick. Late with the swing there.
Well, he's back out here for the third, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper is looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some.
Pitch misses, and it's 2-2. Line drive to short and caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
And now it's William Contreras. One down, base is empty. Fastball is outside. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Oh, great grab on the dive. To first, and he gets him. Nicely done.
Great read off the bat by the second baseman. He took a perfect angle to get to this ball, knowing that he was going to have to dive to cut it off. Gets up and completes the play from the outfield grass. What a great job of picking up his pitcher.
And here is Hoskins. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And a swing and a miss. And Milwaukee is set down in order. Brewers go down quietly. They're still down 5-3. Here comes a new arm for the Brewers, Nick Mears.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And here's the DH for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki.
The designated hitter, Seiya Suzuki.
That one hammered center field, way back there. Out of here. And they tack on to their lead. It's 6-3. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Cindy Statcast tells us exactly what we were all thinking. That ball went a long way.
Yeah, just shy of 500 feet. Unreal power.
Michael Busch digs in now. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
Well, it was exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher
Now
wanted,
batting,
but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
And here comes Dansby Swanson. And a foul ball. Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air left center field. This one's got a chance. That one back there. It has the distance. Gone. A solo shot. Second home run of the inning for them. And they add to the lead. It's 7-3.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here's Nico Warner.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
The 1-1. That's a strike across the top of the zone. The 1-2. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. And that is a foul ball. Horner over at first with one away. Backed off the plate that time. Man at first, one away. Pitch misses there. 3-2 down. And ball four, two aboard.
Take your base.
Up next for the Cubs, the catcher.
2 on, 1 out. Next to hit, Carson Kelly. Runners at first and second with one gone. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul.
That's a ball.
In the dirt.
You got a full count.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with one out.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
At at the plate. Matt Shaw. Line to left. Bounces over the wall, inbound ground, and it's an automatic double. As 2 runs score in the play.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Boog. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. You know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Nick Mears done for the afternoon, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
So the Brewers bring on a new pitcher from the pen, D.L. Hall.
Huge opportunity to add on to the lead for this offense right now, but we'll see what he has to say about that. He's going to have to make some great pitches to work out of this jam, though.
So the lineup flips over. Ian Happ will hit next. 2 on, 1 out. Just
No, that missed. That's a ball.
What a stop. Over to first. Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out.
Great cat-like reflexes right there. Lays out, knocks the ball down, and then fires with that rocket arm all the way across the diamond. Man, put this guy in the mound.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Here's a 1-1. Scorched to center. No doubt about it. That is long gone. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they add a couple more. It's 12-3. And their 5th home run of the game.
Some things in this sport are contagious, Boog, and right now for this team, clearly it's the long ball. Got to keep that front shoulder closed and your body square to the plate, especially when you're facing a left-hander. He did all those things until the very last moment where that hit just popped. Hands came through, nice little lag to it. Carried out nicely.
2 down, bases empty. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. And that one hammered. That's back there. That one is gone. Another one. Back-to-back homers. His second home run of the game. It's 13-3.
Another home run. This is turning into BP. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Michael Busch. And there's a ball. Two down, nobody on. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. In safely with a double, his second of the day. Man in scoring position with 2 away. Dansby Swanson, the next Cub to hit. Next offering is in for a strike. Busch at second with 2 down. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. But it's a huge 8-run inning for him as they open up the lead. 3 innings complete. The Cubs are on top 13-3. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
He'll do it himself. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. 2 outs, base is empty. Daz Cameron up now for the Brewers.
I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun, and I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze, and it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze wears?
Nah, that would have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
Runner.
I feel you. There goes the runner. There's the ball. Throw. Save.
2 balls.
You don't
1
usually see teams try to claw back into games by being aggressive on the base pass like this, but it's still early in this one. This kind of tells me they're going to try to tackle this one run at a time instead of waiting back for a big 3-run homer.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Tucker on the move. He makes the grab, and that'll do it.
Now pitching for
Welcome
Milwaukee.
back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the 4th. Jared Koenig.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Outside low. 2 balls and a strike.
You know, these Cubs really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. Looking at the numbers, they've got 4 hits when they're behind in the count. That says they're absolutely battling at the plate and just not giving up, despite what the count says.
On the ground to short. On the run, sends it over to first. On the money, nice play.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
So up now for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong.
And if you're a manager or a hitting coach, you love to see your team really fighting for every at-bat, every pitch. It tells you a lot about how they showed up to the ballpark today.
Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
On the ground to third, Monasterio. On to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Caleb Thielbar.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Joseph Ortiz up now for the Brewers. Gets him to chase after that one. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Brad Keller, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. And now it's 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. On the ground, right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but he wins the foot race to first. Good job of knowing how much time he had there.
Oh, that was pretty right there. Beautiful play with the bare hand.
Here's the leadoff man for the Brewers, Bryce Terang.
Two, one.
Next pitch is inside. 3 balls and a strike. Puts it in the air out towards left center. 2 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Next for the Brewers, Sal Frelick. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That's back and gone. He made him pay for that one. It's 13-4.
Well, not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
William Contreras up now for the Brewers. And that one popped in the air, left field. Hat on his way over. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. 1-2 to Contreras. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Out number 3. But a solo home run will at least get this closer to respectability. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And we're back. John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton. And set to get us started. Bottom 5, Matt Shaw. And that one ripped to left, and that's just foul. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Just missed. That one fouled off. 2-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that's such a critical pitch in terms of execution right there. The pitcher has to finish it. Otherwise, probably gets hit pretty hard. If you leave that out over the plate or you don't get it down enough, quickly turns into something that gets smoked. But if you can place it where he did, it's a really deceptive pitch.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
And that one is inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. And he makes the catch on the track. Just missed a homer that time. So they go quietly there. We're through 5. The Cubs lead this one 13-4. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now the Brewers cleanup hitter, Rhys Hoskins. Hoskins pushes it foul. Pitch misses,
2-2.
and the count's even at 2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Two now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 out. Next for Milwaukee, Jackson Chourio.
Jackson Chourio.
One down, base is empty. That one is absolutely belted. Up against the wall and brings it in.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time because that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
One strike away. Off the mark there. Ball 2.
2-2.
And a curve is down and in.
Count's full.
Upstairs, and that is ball 4.
Well, 2-out walks are never good, especially when you're trying to get back into that dugout. But he's still in a good spot. He's just got to refocus and deal with the bottom of this order.
So, man aboard, Daz Cameron up now for the Brewers. 2 outs. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
1-2 the count.
That one well
2-2.
upstairs. The count now 2-2. Way high.
That's a ball.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused
Count
on the
is full.
pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
So now 2
That's
on
ball 4.
and
Take
2
your
outs.
Now a great back and forth, and that at bat.
The
He had
bat,
to lay off
the
some
third
really
baseman,
close
Andrew
pitches, and somehow he
Monasterio.
found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
So first and second with 2 outs. Andrew Monasterio up now for the Brewers. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs take this one in a blowout.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs,